Hi, today I'm going to take you through some big dart mistakes that people make, from amateur all the way up to the professional level. Let's take a look. So the first one really that springs to mind is switching. A lot of people are really stubborn when it comes to switching in darts. So a big example of this is if you have a dart and it's underneath the 20, which is a blocker. A lot of people are stubborn and they'll try and move around to get on top of the 20 and try and force the dart past the first dart a bit more. Whereas if you just switch to the treble 19, it's 3 points less, but it's still a massive number. So instead of trying to force around, break your flight, and inevitably maybe have a bounce out and it's a bad score anyway, you can go for the 19s or the 18s and it's still a big target, big trebles, big scores, and you can still win a match doing that. Right, I'm gonna bring Toby in to show me an example of that. He'll probably have a low dart and he'll be stubborn and he'll throw for 20s. Show me how it's done. There he switched last dart. He probably should have switched after the first one, to be fair, but he was very close to the treble 19. And it's so important that people use the board in the right way, because throwing at 20s all the time, it's an even number. 501's odd, so you need to take it off sometime. So whether it's switch at the start or switch at the end of a leg, it's so important to do. When you first start playing darts, you're taught just to throw at 20s, so I think that's where it comes from. Yeah, so the second biggest mistake I would say is counting. People don't think about the counting until they're literally down, especially amateur game. They don't think about it until they're literally down to like 40 odd, or what have I got left, how do I finish? Whereas we're thinking of it from like 350 downwards, because 350 you can hit a 180, even 170. 303, if you throw for a 20, 283, two more treble 20s, 163, can't even finish. 303 if you go on 19s, 719s leaves 170. So we're automatically thinking 302, if you start at a 20, you leave 282, you can't leave a finish with any other two darts. 302 if you hit an 18, leaves 284, you can then hit treble 20, or treble 20, treble 18 and still leave a finish. I think the counting side of things is huge. That was the first thing that my dad ever taught me, was the counting. Even now, I played a game when I won my first pro tour against Michael Van Gerwen, and I hit, what was I on? 21.45. 315 I was on. And my first start I threw for bull, and I hit a 25, left 290. Two treble 20s, left 170. Michael Van Gerwen, can't remember what he was on, but he messed it up and didn't leave a finish. And he gave me 6 starts then from the 170 to take it out, and eventually I won that pro tour. A lot of the top professionals are really good at counting, but there is still some that go questionable ways. Phil Taylor used to be a prime example. His counting wasn't the best, but he was the most accurate. So I'm telling you to go for the treble 18 if you're on 302. But he normally he'd bang a 180 in and leave 122. But you've got to be very lucky to not get a deflection on. You need 3 perfect darts the way you went. Even before I got on tour, my dad sat me down, he went through all the different finishes, all the different variations, options, and I've probably been using them since I was probably 15 years of age. It's brilliant, it's held me in good stead, it keeps you ahead of the game, because not everyone uses them. Even the top professionals who you would think would all be in the know, still sometimes have a mind malfunction and throw for the 20 and then can't. You'll see them stood there thinking, what have I just done? But it happens to the best of us. People have watched me throw in and pick things up. I'll watch Phil Taylor back in the day, or a Michael Van Gerwen, and pick things up off them as well. So it's important that when you're watching as well, you are picking things up and learning. Always try to leave the even doubles. Obviously an even double, so a 16, you come inside the 16, you leave an 8. You come inside the 8, you're leaving 4. All nice doubles, come inside the 4, you're leaving double 2. Whereas if you're on double 5, say, you come inside, you need to waste a dart to then leave double 2. Whereas if you're on 32, double 16, double 8 and double 4 are really great doubles. Doubles that you throw at most of the time. Whereas a double 10 or double 5 you might not throw at 90% of the time. And then obviously 10, if you come inside on a 5, you need to hit a big number then to leave a double. Whereas 16, 8 and 4 you don't. Every time you come inside then, you're always on a double. From a beginner's point of view, you want to be leaving the even numbers, because they split down into another even double. I mean 15, 19, any one of them, you come inside, you've got to burn a dart. So I think another one as well is people watch darts off the TV and try and copy styles. I've seen it a lot of time in my career, and it doesn't always work. You need to be unique. Your throw needs to be unique to you. You need to feel comfortable on the hockey, get your stance right, and when you're throwing, don't mimic anyone else, because you're never going to be as good as them. it's about what you do, to be honest. And like Toby, I've taught Toby how to obviously throw, count, score, but I can't teach him how to throw. I can't teach him his technique, his style. He had to learn that himself. So each unique throw is unique to you. It's like a footprint, it's like a fingerprint. It's got to be unique to what you do. So as you see, Toby will throw now. He's nothing at all like what I am. So different stance. Dart on top of his head, whereas mine's pointing down, his is pointing up. The differences in a person's throw is so unique. Like I said, like a fingerprint, you don't want to be copying people. It might not suit you for the start. You've just got to go with your gut, go with how you feel. You need to feel comfortable when you're on the hockey, and you'll get your best results by doing that. I think another mistake that people make is the choice of darts. Literally walking to the venue with 3 or 4 different sets in the case. They'll get to the venue, they'll literally be throwing, things will go wrong, and they'll think, oh, them darts aren't working for me today. They'll literally go back to the case, pick another set up. Yeah, the same thing will happen. It's because of the negative mindset. When you've got more than one set in your case, you're automatically telling yourself that the set that you've got isn't good enough. You're automatically looking for perfection, but the more you practice with the one set of darts, the better you'll become. Some people I've seen, even if it's on amateur level, they'll have 3 or 4 different sets in the dart case. So they'll turn up to an event, literally be mind-boggled thinking, oh, what set am I using today? Start an event, if things don't go wrong, they're automatically negative going to the case and picking another set up. Hey, in your bed. Bed. The way around that is just to have obviously your main set in there and maybe a spare of the same set. Yeah, sometimes my darts wear down, so I like to have a new set in there as well, where I get them out and they feel that bit more rougher. It's all personal choice, but for me, stick to the one set of darts. Don't be a Peter Wright, yeah, you'll go far. I think another big mistake in darts is obviously speed. You can play various speeds, different players. Obviously I played Alexis Toilo not long back. He's very, very slow. So I was stood behind him, didn't know what to do, stretching me back, trying to take my mind off the situation. I'd get on the hockey then and my mind would be blank, and yeah, it cost me the game, to be honest. I should be more professional than that, but these things happen. But I've also been in a different situation where I've played Ricky Evans, who's one of the fastest player in the world, and I've literally tried to kept pace with him. I come off, I felt like I'd been in a hurricane. My head was spinning. I was literally taking my darts out so fast and walking right back. I think Josh Rock's another really fast one. So you need to play to your own pace, not put anyone off. Get to the hockey, throw them the way you normally would, and get out the way as quickly as you possibly can for the opponent behind. Some people are already on the hockey when you're to this point, so you've got to quickly get back. That's one thing, especially when you're up on the big stages. I think the pace of a game, obviously the pressures of being up there as well. You're not just dealing with your own throw, you're trying to get out the way of your opponent, you're trying not to get into their rhythm, and you're trying to not put yourself out of your rhythm as well. That's a really big one for me. Yeah, there is a bit of an etiquette between the professional players, I'd say. Some people do step over the boundaries, to be fair. Most of us are genuinely just there to play darts. Obviously, like I said, once you threw your darts and you get your darts out the board, some players are already on the hockey waiting to throw because that's their pace. So I'll take my darts out, but a dart will already be in the board from the player while I'm trying to get out the way. You've got to dodge the referee as well, so it's not as easy as you think to get out the way, but I think they're the most important etiquette. You don't want to get in someone's way. You don't want to feel like they're rushing you out the way, but sometimes it's just inevitable. That's the way you're going to feel. Another mistake that people make is they can grip the dart too hard. When that happens, you're going to drag your dart down, so you don't want to be gripping them too hard, because literally all you're going to do is just pull them down under the treble 20. You need to be relaxed when you're on the hockey, whether you're a beginner or whether you're playing on the main tour. It's so important to be relaxed as soon as you're on the hockey. But I see so many people turning up, worried about the players they're playing. Oh, there's Stephen Bunting, or oh, there's Michael Van Gerwen, Luke Littler, and absolutely being petrified. And you can see it. You can see the hand shaking in front of you. Obviously, there's different techniques to deal with that, which we'll go on in a later video. Yeah, they're the most important things. Try not to stress yourself, because that's a mistake straight away, and you're only going downward if that's the way you feel it. So there you go, some dart mistakes there for you. Hopefully you can learn from some of them. All the best for the future. Don't forget to like and subscribe.